Creativity sells. 5 ways to get noticed. Catching the eye of your target audience is really tricky. Today's show, we're actually going to cover 5 ways that you can use creativity in your marketing to turn your magnetic charm up. Hello, everyone. My name is Tessa. I am with IdeaPros, marketing director for IdeaPros, and I have Bobby Hallas, who is one of our creative directors at IdeaPros, and we're going to cover this awesome topic of using creativity to get attention. And Bobby, maybe you could, while we have people popping in, I can see you guys. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Odin. As we have people coming in, do you want to just give us a little bit of a background? And because you have a pretty amazing resume, if you will. You've been working with some pretty big brands as well as working with all the partners from IdeaPros and our corporate brand.
Of course. So hi, my name is Bobby Hallas. I'm from Youngstown, Ohio, and I went to art school in Pittsburgh at the Pittsburgh Art Institute. I graduated in 2006, and I got hired literally the day after for an advertising agency. And from there, it just kind of took off. I learned so much in the past, 15 years I've been doing this, and more like a jack of all trades. So what we did was, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some examples of some of the work I did and how these 5 tools can be used in design. So
yeah, I'm bringing up the PDF now. We're actually going to cover these 5 points, but before we dive into that, we have everyone over kind of saying hi. Bobby, can you see?
I think so. I kind of froze.
iTunes is. Are you with me?
I'm with you. It definitely froze.
Oh, shoot. Well, make sure you're on the fastest internet possible for sure.
I am.
Awesome. Well, we have D-Tunes, we have Judith, Vanessa, Sean, all of those guys over there. Let us know if you're watching us live, #live, or if you're catching the replay, #replay. And as always, if you have any questions as we go through these 5 strategies, these 5 ways, let us know in the comments if you have questions, and we'll get to them at the end for sure. So hopefully I just had this live and giant screen for us, and it may not decide to go up full screen.
Yeah, so I've been doing this for a long time. I've worked on a lot of high-end brands, from the Four Seasons, the Hyatt, Wyndham, Iron City Brewing Company. There's just, the list goes on, and it's just been truly amazing to kind of immerse myself in each one of these fields. So that's the fun part, is getting to really understand their business and come at it with a fresh perspective.
Absolutely. Well, I might have you share your screen, Bobby, because mine's frozen.
Sure.
So we'll go with yours. Let's do. Oh, it's coming back. So we're going to go through the 5 ways to get attention, and maybe I will just do mine.
Does that go?
There you go. Yes.
Awesome.
Close enough. I guess, technology loves to give us some challenges every now and then. So yes, perfect. And really, I mean, you've been working with a lot of the partners. It really is about getting this. There's specific things that you can do to get attention that keep you top of mind. So let's go ahead and dive into number 1.
Sure. So this basically, you have a brand, but when you kind of can create a whole new perspective, it can just reinvigorate the whole project. By using one of these tools, take something that's just been stagnant and just really can take it to places. So the first one is, be a trendsetter. Don't blend in with the crowd. So here, in high school, we probably always, remember the weird kid, with the crazy clothes, or like the green hair or something, but those are the stuff that is memorable. So I just kind of wanted to talk quickly about this project here. And this is for Wyndham, and it is a residential place. So each person, when they buy into this property, actually has a winery. So that's like a very niche thing. So we really wanted to play off that and just not show like the interior of the place, or hey, it's over here. We really wanted to show you that you get a vineyard when you buy one of these places. So the ad is like this bottle of wine, and it's pouring out, and it's creating this beautiful landscape. So that's going to really be important, is really following your niche and zeroing in on those people that can connect with your brand, your product, or your app, and just really zeroing in on that main amenity or focus.
And a lot of our partners and the people who watch us, they are trying to be trendsetters every single day. They're coming up with ideas and concepts, apps, and products that are, oftentimes not out there. But it also can apply to your marketing efforts. So you're not just blending in, like you said. So
Right.
So way to go for being a trendsetter, everyone. You guys are definitely doing it.
I think all entrepreneurs are trendsetters for sure. We were probably the weird kids in high school, definitely.
Right? Definitely. So there you guys go. Number 1, be a trendsetter.
So number 2, make waves. Everyone's got their daily routine. They're walking downtown to the coffee shop, or they're on their drive to work, and it's almost like the monotony of the day, and you're just kind of like focused in, and you have this specific routine. You want to create something that's just going to smack them in the face. That billboard that's just going to scream while they're driving down the street. So this project I'm going to talk about here was contracted to do Iron City Brewing Company, and they wanted to redo the IC Light brand campaign. Now, I'm sure a lot of you remember the old IC Light beer. It was very like 80s, like big hair. So kind of taking that whole brand and just giving it something new and connecting with Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh just known for their steel city, hardworking, but it's really come a long way to like tech. So I really wanted to play off the whole Pittsburgh Steelers. They were on their way to winning a Super Bowl that year. So we designed the brand to just almost look like the Pittsburgh Steelers logo. And we just flooded downtown with just stickers and car wraps and brand ambassadors walking around, just giving samples of IC Light beer. And the ROI was insane.
And this is guerrilla marketing, which you guys, if you haven't watched our show on guerrilla marketing, that was a great show as well. But this is a perfect example of how you just get that impact. You're making waves. You're pushing your idea out there in a really unique way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it's also a little bit of the media, piggybacking off of what's going on as far as the most recent news hijacking. That's what it is.
It was.
So a little bit of news hijacking, because there's really popular things going on. Obviously, Super Bowl, like you said, there was some big things coming. So that's a great idea to kind of take advantage of some of those things that are happening around you, and really make an impact. And make waves.
Make waves. Yeah. Just like real quick. So we were shooting the commercial, and I got to be featured in the commercial, and I had a kissing scene, but the scene was the girl actually grabs me and turns me around and kisses me. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. So like, how can I capitalize on this? And like who am I going to kiss? So we came up with this idea to go around Pittsburgh, and we had like a kiss me contest, and whoever was the best kisser got to kiss me in the actual commercial. And it was a blast. It was a blast. But that's like making waves. Like, we're going into every bar. I got a camera crew behind me. I'm kissing these girls, and everyone's like, what the hell is going on? Oh, we're shooting the new IC Light commercial, and we're passing out free beer. Like, who's not going to love us?
Kissing. So
This
it's
is
not
pre-COVID.
right.
I couldn't imagine doing that now. Like, what would you really be doing? But you know, there's all kinds of ways to make waves. Like even bad publicity is good, you know, media coverage for you. So
you know, I definitely think, I mean, if you can stay out of the bad coverage, then awesome. But yeah, sometimes you have getting
yeah,
noticed takes a little bit of
yeah,
sacrifice
yeah,
sometimes and a risk. I mean, a lot of these things we're talking about, like if you played it safe, you'd be going the route that everyone else is doing. So you are
right.
kind of taking that risk or thinking like, let's try this, you know, let's go out of our comfort zone, do something new and different.
Yeah,
Thank
and it
you.
was. Yeah,
It's totally hilarious, Mary says.
yeah.
Pamela, thank you guys. And yeah, so if you want to go ahead and move on to number
Sure.
3, that would be
So you see,
perfect.
I become a part of the company. You know, even though I'm like contracted to do the work, I just become so immersed inside, you know, their business and their messaging. So number 3, sell an experience. Okay, so you know, you always want to be exclusive, and that's really important. So this one I'm going to talk about here is it's for another property, but it's in Lake Tahoe. Now, a lot of people don't like to be called tourists. When they go and they go into the town, they actually want to feel a part of it, like they've been there. So we made an ad campaign that says tourist is such an ugly word. And the whole website and the whole marketing campaign is meant to become a local. So introduce all these like these big guys in like Lake Tahoe. One of them is like a ski instructor. Other one owns a bar, restaurant owner. So we kind of interview them and then like get their perspective so that, you know, when you go visit this place or you decide to move to this place, you're not, you know, you became a local. So
Right?
you're kind of selling that experience of Lake Tahoe and selling the area around it, not just the property. We're selling Lake Tahoe.
That's awesome. I like it. And it is one of the core things that we do with IdeaPros is trying to sell that an experience with every single product, with every
Mm-hmm.
single partner, with every app. It's the experience that they're going to get as much as it is just the item. You know, how
Right.
is it? It's like thinking about the Apple experience when you buy something, and the way that everything comes out of the box is an experience. And people know that. They know that that's what Apple does. It really thinks about how people are using and engaging with the item. So I
Mm-hmm.
know it's going to be easy to get the computer out of the box that I just bought because they've thought
Right.
about it. So perfect. And I
Yeah.
think I love the designs too that you keep showing. So these are actually projects that you've worked on in the past
Correct.
that we're seeing
Correct.
little clips of here.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely think that's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So just be, you know, really connecting with that product or app. Anyone can just download an app, you know, use it, but it's what it stands for. You know, it's telling that story. So
Right.
yeah, moving on. Number 4, super important. We all love fame. You know, this gets people talking and definitely increases your brand's recognition and then ultimately leads to sales. So you know, having someone famous endorse your brand is crazy important. You know, even just that whole status symbol about, you know, living on a different standard. We all want to feel important. It's about how we're going to make that person feel important through a product, through an app, and that's special. So this one is for the Four Seasons. So we all know Four Seasons, high-end luxury. How do we make these people feel super important? So we came up with a campaign that's I live at. And that's I live at the Four Seasons. And that's just cool to say. People just love saying that. And so, you know, you could rent a really expensive high-rise apartment somewhere, or you can live at the Four Seasons. So again, it's about that fame, that status, and yeah, just getting a celebrity to become like a part of your brand can definitely get you noticed for sure.
You were talking about like the Happy Meal or something in
Oh
particular.
yeah.
When we
So
were chatting earlier, it was kind of funny.
yeah. So McDonald's, right? They got this extra value meal, right? It's just number five. Well, what they did was they took Travis Scott, who's like a famous rapper, right? And they came up with the Travis Scott meal. It's literally the number three value meal, quarter pounder with cheese and a Sprite. But when you rebrand it to the Travis Scott meal, uh, it's just like a direct correlation with this being Travis Scott. Oh, if Travis Scott eats it, it must be good. I have to get the barbecue sauce with it. I have to get the Sprite. And now they're not just eating McDonald's. They're actually eating something that Travis Scott ate. And that's important to them, you know? So
Right? It's amazing, but
and
you're right. People love fame. And so they follow fame. Obviously, Kardashians. I mean, you could think of a million of these where they're following and paying close attention to the influencers that are out there. So if you can work an influencer deal where you have someone who is a spokesperson for your business, or maybe it's just that they use the product and they put it out on social media for that matter, right?
yeah,
We do have a great show with a bunch of resources as far as influencers are concerned. So you might check that out on our blog, ideapros.com/blog. And before we go on to five, I just wanted to say that I saw a couple of you and your questions. Don't worry, we're going to come back to them and be able to cover everything in just a couple minutes. We have one last one to go, and then we'll come check out the comments. So
number five. Last one. Emotion wins. So,
yes.
really connecting a story to a feeling and connecting your product or app to an actual feeling. How does it make them feel? And having that direct connection between a brand is a bond that will never be broken. And that's what all major brands try to do, is really, capture your heart. And so I got a great chance to work with the Starlight Foundation, and it's sad. I mean, there's a lot of things that go on, but we wanted to focus on like how their everyday is. So, my day is dreaming, my day is amazing. So, kind of really taking their personalities and, telling their story is very powerful, very powerful.
Exactly. And I think of the Budweiser puppy commercial and how much they made that Super Bowl commercial just like pull at all your heartstrings 2 years in a row. They did ones that were just absolutely insane. Like they call it the Lost Dog Super Bowl commercial. So you should definitely check it out and see kind of that feeling of like the emotion. And it wasn't about the actual item either. So this is the real item that, what they're trying to get the donations, right? So that was a direct sale. You can attach emotion to something that doesn't normally have emotion. A beer does not normally have emotion.
No.
or invoke emotion, unless, in most cases, but they attach this really strong like relationship between a dog and, a human. And then it goes into like the next level. Each of the commercials kind of takes on a life of its own. And then there was the dog and the horse. So check it out if you haven't seen it. I think they're amazing, but that's a good example of like how to attach emotion and really get that was shared out an insane amount of times. No. So, but all of these are great points. I know it's not as easy as it seems to get these things into your marketing. So clearly, we're actually going to be doing a weekly show for marketing only for IdeaPros. So if you want to find out when that will be, or even be able to put in your opinion on when it should be, what day of the week and time, let us know in the chat. Just hashtag marketing show, and we'll make sure to follow up with you and see if we can make it something that's easy for everyone. We'll still have the Friday live with Fred and kind of the business side, but we want to add in some marketing and tips and tricks and how to use some of the tools, because it's a long we could do those for years and still not cover all the marketing topics, right, Bobby?
That's right.
Awesome. Thank you guys. So, okay, we're going to go check the chat. I know we had some people with questions. Thank you guys all for being here. Of course, we're here every Friday at noon Pacific time. And I love this. I want to put this up so you can see it. Hey, D-Tunes.
You're next.
I know, right? And Shelly.
You're next.
I know he is going to be on the show. I'm excited to kind of feature all the people that are in the team for IdeaPros. It's going to be awesome. So we had, Aziza, hey, happy Friday. But we actually had, I clicked on the wrong one, but to stand out from the crowd, I know Vanessa is over there. So this is a question from Kwame, and this might have been to like say point 1 or 2, just if you have to go back there because it's the beginning. Is it similar to amplifying pain points or maybe the fun points? So I'm guessing like your slide 1 or 2 around this. But I think anytime that you can, what was number? Yeah, trend setting. I think number 2, making waves. I think in all of these, the number one thing you need to be focusing on is the pain points, the problem that you're solving always, and how because it has to matter what's in it for them, right? So they will always care about what's in it for them, no matter what.
Right.
Yeah, but add like focusing on a fun point. I mean, you could definitely have that guerrilla marketing piece. When we were talking about that could be the fun side of what you're doing, because people tend to do better with the fun things, generally speaking. So you sell what they want and not what they need. Everyone needs to, save up money, but they want a coffee. So they're going to buy a coffee, so it's kind of the basics of it.
And they'll splurge for Starbucks.
Right. And they'll go for Starbucks, and because they don't just want like any coffee, they want this fun, cool pumpkin frappuccino thing.
Yeah.
Right?
And they want the cup, and they walk around with the cup, and it's got the logo on the front. And,
status.
Yeah. It's status.
True. It is. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to take that one down, and then I see you over there, Bill, and I definitely will put up your information. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Bill is one of our partners, High Rise Sports Chair, Goliath High Rise Sports Chair, and is now available for pre-order. So I know we've had lots and lots of people watch the journeys of our partners. If you guys can go there is an early bird special that ends on the 22nd of November. That seems like a long time, but don't wait. So go check it out. And do you see anything else that you want to reply to in the chats there?
Let's see.
Oh, except that Bill's like, Bobby is amazing. And I know you've been working with Bobby for a while, Bill. Yeah. So he is really amazing.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you. I have an idea for a commercial, Bill, and it's with number 4. We Love Fame. We're gonna get Shaquille O'Neal. All right. And I'm going to set the scene. Shaquille's going to be standing watching a soccer game over top of the fence. You're going to walk up and take a look at him. You're going to grab open your Goliath chair. You're going to set it up, and then you're going to be on a higher plane than him, and you're going to look over and say, "Get on my level, bro."
I know Bobby told me that yesterday. I'm like, you have to say that if Bill comes on, we have to say that. Rise above the crowd.
So you're telling Shaq to get on your level, get on Goliath's level.
It's awesome. Thank you so much.
We just got to get Shaq, and then we'll be good.
Exactly. Okay, so Shelly, this is Bobby, and Bobby Hallas, and he is one of our creative directors at IdeaPros. And pain points, you need to research more. So yeah, we could actually do a lot more on that. I'm not sure. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, we can talk about how to find your pain points. That'd be a great topic, is really to outline how to kind of come up with that specific list. So I will put it on our marketing show list, and we'll cover that as well. Thank you guys all so much for being here. We really appreciate you. And then Bobby, do you want to leave us with a final thought, since I don't have Fred? I mean, he was going to hop in and everything, but Bobby had it so taken care of. We didn't even need Fred to hop on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'm lucky I got through that.
Did you want to?
No, just you got to keep your head down, and stay focused. We're all climbing this mountain, and this is the best thing I could say is you just got to keep climbing, keep looking. Don't look up and see how much farther you have to go, and then don't look down and see how far you've went. You just keep looking straight ahead. Just keep climbing, keep grinding away, and think about some of those points of how you can position your app differently or your product in like a really unique way, and that's going to gain momentum, and that's going to like gain you some market share for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Bobby. We really had fun. I appreciate your feedback and input on marketing, and we'll see you guys all next week on the show for Friday.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Bye.